Hey guys, today I'm filming a very late intro to a new Project Pan collab that was created by the Pantastic ladies group on Facebook. I will have that down below, and I'm so excited because I am hoping this will be the Kickstarter for me to do some more fun projects instead of just being so rigid with my year-long project and my 4 seasonal project pans. Back in the day, I did a few more like fun theme projects and collabs, mostly with using up a certain amount of products by a certain time of the year. But this is just so fun because this is called the Power of Pan. This is based off the TV show Charm, which I've absolutely been in love with forever. I have some of the seasons on DVD, and if in the past I ever got up early enough, it would be on TNT before Supernatural, and I just love this show so much. I had to join in on this project, and I'm so excited to see how I can continue to be more open and join in other projects. Next year, I definitely want to do deck of panning, and I think I want to do the graveyard project pan. It will just depend on the items I have at the time. But I think that would be so much fun, and I'll definitely keep an eye out for other fun projects. I wish the Golden Girls project would come back around. That was 5 years ago, but I love that show. I would love to see a 2.0 version, and I definitely have been thinking about other projects that maybe I would like to start in the future based on my favorite TV shows, which would be RuPaul's Drag Race and The Real Housewives. Housewives is going to be tough though, because I feel like I couldn't do them all together. I feel like they would need to be separate, but I don't know how fun that would be. I feel like, you know, viewers might like it all together, but then I'm like, how would I pick just like a question or two for each franchise? I guess I'd have to pick like someone I thought was like the most iconic, and then something else. I don't know, something to think about, but I have already started thinking of prompts for a RuPaul's Drag Race project pan. If you all love the show, if you could leave me some suggestions for prompts, that would be amazing. Or if you are a panner and would like to collab on putting together a project like that, that would be so fun. I don't know how many people will be interested. I am just in the beginning stages of thinking about it, but it is like so freaking fun coming up with prompts for projects. So I'm hoping that, you know, this will get me creative. But I will tell you, I did not pick the most exciting things to start out with here, and that's just my brain is so focused on trying to finish things by the end of this year. I'm not really thinking about working on things now that I will finish next year, but I did pick a couple of those because this project starts on October 7th, which has passed now a couple weeks ago. And this is a year-long project pan. There are 22 prompts. I decided to just start with 10 things here today. 5 of these I want to hit my goal on / finish by the end of this year. 2 of them are usage goals I should be able to finish by the end of this year. And then I have 3 products that I am okay starting on now that likely will not be finished until next year. And like with the way my brain works, this is as far as I could go. So without further ado, let's get into the products. I also did not randomly pick the prompts. I had some items I already had in mind that I wanted to finish by the end of the year, and these things do not clash with the items that are in my fall project, which I will link for you. So the first prompt I chose is Chris, a product you travel back in time to tell your former self about. If y'all do not know, Chris is Piper's son, and he comes back from the future, so she gets to interact with him as adult Chris instead of little baby Chris. So that is so cute. But let me tell you, adult Chris is like kind of annoying. But the item I chose for that would be my Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powders. I remember when I had a deluxe size sample of this that I put in a project pan, and that is because years and years ago I had gotten one of these and I had a whole bunch of foundations that I was testing out, and I was saving this to use to set my skin on first impression days so it wouldn't really mess with my foundation. And I thought this was fine then, but over the years I have absolutely fallen in love with it, as you guys know. So I would like to finish this by the end of the year. So as you can see, I'm all the way down here, but I'm just going to use this to set my under eyes, so it should still last me a little while, and I will continue to mark it, but I'm weighing it as well because sometimes loose powders can be a little bit challenging with settling. And this is weighing at 2.322 ounces, and that would be with the cap. The next prompt I chose is Page, something you can use alone or with another product, and Page would be the newer sister. I believe Paige is a half sister. And the item that I chose would be this little mini Benefit Gimme Brow Gel in the shade number 2. Now, I love to use pencil and powder and whatnot, but on a super basic makeup day, I will wear a tinted brow gel by itself. And a lot of people, like my sister, only use a tinted brow gel. And I am potentially going to pull the stopper out of this. We'll see. I know that makes it very messy, but I haven't quite decided. I've already been using this for a month, and when I weigh it, it is 0.195 ounces. My third product is for the prompt Daryl, a product you can rely on, and Daryl is the most amazing man ever. He works for the police force, and he is familiar with the girls and the fact that they solve a lot of crimes that are supernatural, and he sort of helps them figure out a way to like let it not be known that they're the ones that solve these crimes, because it doesn't make sense in a non-supernatural way. And Daryl is just absolutely amazing. I love him so much. So again, a product you can rely on. I chose this little deluxe size sample of the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Original. I've also been using this for a month now, and weighing this, it weighs 0.141 ounces. The next prompt is Cole/Balthazar, and that would be a double-sided product. If you guys are unfamiliar, Cole is Phoebe's boyfriend who happens to be a demon, but poor Cole is trying to fight it for the love of Phoebe, and he's trying to be good. And let me tell you, I feel like lots of people have dated a Cole before in their life. And for a double-sided product, I really don't have any like double-sided liners. I know Tarte has a lipstick lip gloss combo. I don't have something like that. I don't even have any double-ended perfumes. And I thought about panning a duo product, but like I said, this is a pretty big stretch, but I want these two little pans to come together to be one big pan. And when I saw this, it also made me think of the Spice Girls song, When Two Become One. And I'm like, do we need a Spice Girls project pan? So hopefully you guys can see the pan in here. And I really have been already working at this for a while, and the product in between here is not as thin as you might think. I promise I will not use a pencil brush. I will just use my typical blending brush. And I would love to, again, join these pans here and then make it bigger overall. But you guys know I love Anastasia Birkin for my transition color. And my fifth prompt is Zanku, a product you've changed your mind about. And I believe that Zanku is a demon. I remember the name, but I do not remember him in the episodes. I feel like a face is coming to me. You guys, I just looked up Zanku, and he is the person that I pictured in my head, but I don't remember what happened with him. And while it would be a product I changed your mind about, I don't know if they thought he was good and he ended up being bad, or the other way around. I don't know, because I thought he was a demon. Anyways, I'm actually picking up perfume, and that would be Clean Reserve Solar Bloom. This is a little travel size spray. I've been working on this also for about a month, and this is something I thought about panning next year, but I've been going through it pretty quickly, so I figure why not? This is something that I had gotten as a little perfume sample, and I really liked it, so I bought this. I had it for a year and hadn't used it, and I pulled it out thinking, that should be good for fall. And initially I was like, I don't like that. I was like, great, now I have this whole thing to get through. I, throughout using this, have gone back and forth on liking it or not. I do think I like it, but I don't love it. I think I would just want it in this size, not a bigger size, but I don't even know if I need this once I use it up. I'm really not sure. That is why this is a product I've changed my mind about. I will put the scents on the screen, but I am down to here, so less than half of this product left. So for these first 5 products, I would like to finish the 4 of these and then join those pans by the end of this year. Then I have the 2 usage goal prompts that I think that I can accomplish by the end of this year. The first of those usage prompts would be P3 or Power of 3. P3 is the name of Piper's Club, and Power of 3 is the power of all 3 sisters. And that prompt is for a trio. So I am picking this Holiday Cheek Trio from Pat McGrath. The trio is called Galactic Sun. You have got blushes in Divine Rose and Desert Orchid and Golden Nectar highlighter. I initially thought I would just use each of these products 3 times, but that seems way too easy. So I'm gonna up my goal to 10 uses for each product. And I think I can do that by the end of the year if I use this blush in December for work 10 times. So still think this is a pretty achievable goal. And my other usage prompt is for the Book of Shadows, which is the book of spells that the sisters have, and it is a magical book. And the prompt for this one is no pan left behind. And you guys, I have the most perfect palette for this prompt. It is not one of the Hocus Pocus palettes from ColourPop, which would of course have been a lovely choice as well, but it would be the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. It is looking like an actual book of shadows, a book of spells, and we've got 15 colors inside, and 4 of them are named after the Charmed sisters. The gold is throwing off the lighting here, but I just love that all the shades are named after famous witches. There were a couple of them I had to look up, but I did know most of them. So we have Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart, Winifred, Sarah, and Mary from Hocus Pocus, Samantha from Bewitched, which is another show I absolutely loved, Kiki's something delivery, it's like an anime, Hermione Granger, of course, from Harry Potter, Bonnie, who is from the Vampire Diaries, which I've never watched. Then we have Marnie from Halloween Town. Obsessed. I love Halloween Town. I like it more than Hocus Pocus. I know. And then we have Nancy from The Craft, which scared the bejeebas out of me. And then we have Fiona from American Horror Story, The Coven, which is Jessica Lange. And I did watch it. I have not watched American Horror Story in years because it really creeps me out, but I did see that one. So I just think that this is a gorgeous palette. We have got purples, neutrals, and greens. So you should definitely see some lovely makeup looks coming with this for my YouTube videos. So I think this will be really fun to use for a no pan left behind. And of course, just like the perfect palette for this project, I had to pick it. And then we have the 3 products that I am planning on finishing / hitting my goal on in 2024. The first one being for the prompt Dan, a product you should love but don't. Dan is the girl's neighbor, and he was in love with Piper. And as much as I love Leo, boy do I wish Piper could have 2 boyfriends, because I loved Dan. He is like the hottest neighbor I've ever seen in a TV show, and just so sweet and amazing, and wow, do I love Dan. But for this prompt, the item that came to mind would be the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. People have been obsessed with this for oily skin, for blurring the pores. I like the way that this makes my skin feel. It feels smooth, but I don't really notice a difference in my pores. And I'm prioritizing panning this over other primers because it only has a 6-month shelf life. When I held it up to the light, I'm all the way down here, and I haven't used it that much, so there's no way that this came completely full. So I don't want to, you know, underestimate this, because it does come with a full ounce of product, but I would like to finish that. The next prompt is Prue. Her power was telekinesis, moving things with your mind, and this is a product you want out of your collection. And I picked a concealer that should be easy, I'm saying now, to move out of my collection. I've only used it like twice. I got this in PR from Smashbox. It's their Halo Healthy Glow 4-in-1 Perfecting Pen in the shade Fair 10 Neutral, and ooh, it has a little brushy tip applicator. This is a very sheer product, so I will likely be using this on top of other concealers, and I will eventually get to the point where we can see some windowing here, some usage here, but I don't think the product starts right here. So I am weighing this, and this is weighing at 0.725 ounces. And the last prompt I'm going to be working on is the Source, a difficult to pan product. And I think the Source, I want to say, is like the biggest demon, or like in charge of several demons, if I'm not mistaken. And something that's difficult to pan for me would be an eyeshadow. And this past month, I've really been using Makeup Geek Bake Sale a lot as a transition color, and I do have a good dip in here. So I would like to hit pan on this. So we'll see what happens here. Again, I'm just gonna use my standard brushes. I'm not gonna cheat and try to stab in there, but I feel like it could be achievable because of that nice dip. So those are the 10 prompts that I'm going to begin working on. And as I hit my goal in other prompts, I will roll in new ones. As I said, there are 22 prompts in this project. It is a year-long project. I'm not sure how often everybody's updating. I think I'm gonna update monthly, but we will see. So excited to join in on this. It's so fun. I love Charmed and I feel like I need to go back and rewatch it, but I need to watch it like in order. And I'm so excited for this. So I would love to know if you are doing this project, and I would love to know your thoughts on the show Charmed. We're not going to talk about the new version because who's interested in that? But I'll tell you, I didn't even love it at the end. Like when we started having Billy and her sister, I don't even remember what her name was, but like half witch, half demon. Like, no, the show, it got too far. I'm glad we let it go after that. I'm very excited for this project, even though some of these items aren't the most fun, but I'm really looking forward to using the Moonspell palette from Lunar Beauty because I really have not used that one very much since I bought it, which was several years ago. So I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. So sorry it was so rambly. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.